What is good, everybody? It is your boy Cam back with another Xenoverse 2 video for you guys. Hey, we are here to talk about a skill and showcase a skill that got a pretty crazy buff in the recent DLC 12 update, guys. And that is a skill that, you know, is kind of I wouldn't say a fan favorite, but one that a lot of people in the game use, and it is Sledgehammer. Sledgehammer's buff is something that I really did not understand at first. I didn't understand the wording, and I really still don't understand the wording, to be honest, and what it exactly means, because it's not the same for each and every move that had this change done to it. But basically what it says is like something along those lines of change the reaction hit or something like that. It's something about changing the reaction of hit and something along those lines. I'll have the exact wording of the patch notes pop up on the screen for you guys. But again, I didn't really get that. I had never seen that in any patch notes before. And I still really don't understand it because, again, I don't think the effect is exactly the same for each and every single move, because if it was, it wouldn't make sense, because some of the moves are key based and I don't think you can use them in the way that I'm about to use Sledgehammer. Now, Sledgehammer has always been a great stamina break starter move, without doubt one of the best in the game. I mean, it puts your opponent in a state where they're just sitting on the ground for so long, especially if you use a fully charged one, and it does good damage as well. So one thing that people would do is, of course, use it right after the stamina break, and sometimes people would even use it twice, but you would never ever be able to use it 3 or 4 or even 5, 6 times in a row, as you just saw right there. Why? Because once you used it for a second time, your opponent would get knocked away. But the whole change to damage reaction hit, or whatever the hell they did to it, made it to where you can basically just use this move back to back to back to back to back and just keep going with it. It essentially is its own strike ultimate. Now, is it going to be a problem necessarily in terms of cheese? I really don't think so, because it's not like something you can just use when your opponent's not stamina broken. Because if you just use it against your opponent that's not stamina broken, they could just vanish if they wanted to, use an evasive if they wanted to, anything along those lines to get out of it. So it's not something you're just going to be able to spam over and over and over. But when your opponent does get stamina broken, it is an option for strike players, considering there's not the most strike ultimates and not the greatest choice of strike ultimates at the same time, especially when you compare it to key-based ultimates within this game. So you can literally, like I said, just use this move over and over and over. But if you do use it when your opponent does have stamina, as you saw right there, your opponent will be able to vanish out of it. Or like I said, use an evasive if they do have a 2-bar. Using a 3-bar evasive really wouldn't make sense since you can't vanish. But if they do have a 2-bar evasive, that is something that is also possible. So like I said, I don't really see it being a cheese issue, but definitely something that you can just literally demolish your opponent with after you stamina break them. Like, it is just absolutely insane what you can do here, and it only takes like 5. I kind of mistimed that last one. It takes like 5 or 6 sledgehammers on this current CAC build, who does not have max strike stats. He has 100 in strike stats, so if you're a max strike CAC, it may even take 4 or even less, depending on whatever super soul, and if you are in an awoken state as well. So again, this buff to Sledgehammer, it didn't really make sense, and still doesn't make sense what it exactly means, like change the reaction to damage hit or whatever the hell it says. But it definitely makes it absolutely insane, since you can just use it, like I said, over and over and over again during a stamina break and essentially kill your opponent that way, considering there's not the greatest strike ultimates in this game. So let me know what you guys think about this change to Sledgehammer. Like I said, I don't think that it's broken in any way, shape, or form, because really, when you use a stamina break and you get stamina broken, you're pretty much going to die at that point anyway. Like, it's almost guaranteed that you are dead with how skills have been changed within this game. So many skills do so much damage now at this point in time. So I really don't see an issue when someone does that to you when you're stamina broken. I've never really seen an issue with someone doing like a double Kamehameha, a double super Kamehameha or anything like that, because I mean, you got stamina broken. You deserve to die at that point in time. Like, that's really the point of a stamina break, so you can basically end the match after that. So again, I do not see an issue with it, but let me know what you guys think about this buff and how you feel about it down below in the comments. But as always, man, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Until next time, hope you have a good day. Peace, y'all.